Yibna was a Palestinian village with a population of 5,420 in 1948, located 15 kilometers southwest of Ramla. Yibna was occupied by Israeli forces on 4 June 1948, and was depopulated during the military assault and expulsion. History: pre-Islamic periods based on written sources and archaeology. The history of Yibna goes back to the Iron Age and possibly to the Bronze Age. The Hebrew Bible mentions Yavna repeatedly, as does Josephus. For more, see Yavna. The harbor of Yavna. The harbor of ancient Yavna has been identified on the coast at Minat Rubana Yavna Yam, where excavations have revealed fortification going back to the Bronze Age Hyksos. It has been in use from the Middle Bronze Age until the 12th century CE, when it was abandoned. For more, see Yavna Yam. Early Islamic period. The Islamic historian al-Baladuri mentioned Yibna as one of 10 towns in Philistin conquered by the Rashidun army led by Amr ibn al-As in the early 7th century. Also, in the 9th century, Ugubi wrote that Yibna was an ancient city built on a hill that was inhabited by Samaritans. Al-Muqaddasi, writing around 985, said that Yibna has a beautiful mosque. For this place come the excellent figs known by the name of Damascene. Jacquet wrote that in Yibna there was a tomb said to be that of Abu Huraira, the companion of the Prophet. The author of Marasid also adds that tomb seen here is also said to be that of Abdallah ibn Abi Sarh, another companion of the Prophet. In 2007, remains ranging from the early Islamic period until the British Mandate period were uncovered. An additional kiln and part of a commercial industrial area were uncovered at the west of the Tell in 2009. Crusader, Ayyubid and Mamluk periods. The Crusaders called the city Iberlin and built a castle there in 1141. 2 excavation seasons led by Professor Dan Bafhat starting in 2005 reveal the main gate. Its namesake noble family, Iberlin, was important in the Kingdom of Jerusalem and later in the Kingdom of Cyprus. Iberlin was captured by Saladin in 1187. Salvage excavations at the west of the Tell unearthed a stash of 53 Crusader coins of the 12th and 13th centuries. Iberlin's parish church was transformed into a mosque, to which a minaret was added during the Mamluk period in 1337. The minaret survives until today, while the mosque was blown up by the IDF in 1950. Maqam Abu Huraira, described as one of the finest domed mausoleums in Palestine, is located in Yavna. Since the 12th century, it has been known as the tomb of Abu Huraira, a companion of the Islamic prophet Muhammad. After 1948, the shrine has been taken over by Sephardic Jews who believe that the tomb is the burial place of Rabbi Gamaliel of Yavna. Ottoman period. In 1596, Yibna was part of the Ottoman Empire. Nahia of Gaza under the Liwa of Gaza with a population of 710. It paid taxes on a number of crops, including wheat, barley, summer crops, sesame seeds and fruits, as well as goats, beehives and vineyards. An American missionary, William Thompson, who visited Yibna in 1834, described it as a village on hill inhabited by 3,000 Muslim residents who worked in agriculture. He wrote that an inscription on the mosque indicated that it had been built in 1386. While Dennis Pringle indicates 1337 as the construction year of the minaret. In the late 19th century, Yibna was described as a large village partly built of stone and situated on a hill. It had olive trees and corn to the north, and gardens nearby. British Mandate in 1921. An elementary school for boys was founded in Yibna. By 1941-42 it had 445 students. A school for girls was founded in 1943, and by 1948 it had 44 students. In the 1922 census of Palestine conducted by the British Mandate authorities, Yibna had a population of 1,791, all Muslims, increasing in the 1931 census to 3,600, 2 Jews, 7 Christians, 1 Baha'i, and 3,590 Muslims, in a total of 794 houses. In 1941, Kibbutz Yavne was established nearby by refugees from Germany, followed by a youth Aliyah village, Givat Washington, in 1946. In 1944-45 the village had a population of 5,420, while the total land area was 59,554 dunams, according to an official land and population survey. In addition, there were 1,500 nomads living around the village. A total of 6,468 dunams of village land was used for citrus and bananas. 15,124 dunams were used for cereals. 11,091 dunams were irrigated or used for orchards, of which 25 dunams were planted with olive trees, while 127 dunams were classified as built-up urban areas. 1948 and aftermath. In mid-March 1948, a contingent of Iraqi soldiers moved into the village. In a Haganah reprisal on March 30, 24 villagers were killed. On April 21, the village commander was arrested by the British authorities for the drunken shooting of 2 Arabs. During the Arab-Israeli War, residents of Zarnuqa sought refuge in Yibna, but left after the villagers accused them of being traitors. On the 27th of May, following the fall of Al-Qubayba and Zarnuqa, most of the population of Yibna fled to Isdud, but armed males were refused entry. On the 5th of June, when Israeli troops arrived, they found the village almost deserted apart from a few old people who were ordered to leave. After 1948, a number of Israeli villages were founded on Yibna land. Kfar Hanajid and Beit Gamliel in 1949, Ben Zakkai in 1950, Kfar Aviv in 1951, Zavia in 1955. According to Walid Khalidi, a railroad crosses the village. The old mosque and minaret together with a shrine can still be seen, and some of the old houses are inhabited by Jewish and Arab families. Archaeological excavations have revealed that part of the pre-1948 Arab village at Yibna was built on top of a Byzantine period cemetery and refuse pits. Notable residents: Abdul Aziz al-Rantasi, Muhammad Yusuf al-Najjar. Bibliography